Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chrisley grateful to have family together again after Todd and Julie Chrisley pardoned. Chrisley is expressing his gratitude after his parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, were pardoned by President Donald Trump. I am grateful to God and extremely grateful to President Trump and his entire administration. Chase, 28, said in a Tuesday, May 27, statement to Us Weekly. I'm beyond thankful to finally have my parents back home and my family together again. The Chrisley Collection founder also shared similar sentiments in an Instagram post on Tuesday, sharing a picture of Todd, 56, and Julie, 52, before their imprisonment. He captioned the snap, "God is so good. Our rocks are back. Thank you to Mr. President at Real Donald Trump at POTUS for making a remarkable decision and bringing our family back together. We love, support, and thank you, Mr. President. God bless you and your entire family. Continue to make America great again." On Tuesday, Trump officially pardoned the former Chrisley, knows best stars following their 2022 conviction on charges including bank fraud and tax evasion. The president delivered the news to the couple's daughter, Savannah, 27, via phone call. "It's a terrible thing, but it's a great thing, because your parents are going to be free and clean," Trump said to Savannah per a clip shared via X. "I hope we can do it by tomorrow. I don't know them, but give them my regards. Wish them a good life. For the past 2.5 years, I've done everything in my power to fight for my parents' freedom and bring them home," Savannah said in a statement to Us Weekly on Tuesday. "This moment is the answer to countless prayers, and I am beyond grateful to President Trump for seeing the truth and restoring my family." Savannah added that the Trump administration does not hand out favors and examines the facts and stands up for what is right instead. She thanked criminal justice reform advocate Alice Murray Johnson and her parents' attorney, Alex Little, for being by her family's side throughout the difficult situation. When the news broke that Todd and Julie Chrisley had been pardoned, social media exploded. Fans of Chrisley Knows Best have been waiting, speculating, and praying for this moment since the couple entered prison. But no one's reaction felt more heartfelt, more raw than that of their son, Chase Chrisley. "Grateful doesn't even begin to cover it," Chase shared in a recent interview, his voice thick with emotion. "Having mom and dad back home. It feels like the family puzzle is finally complete again." For months, the Chrisley kids had been scattered, pulled in different directions by grief, responsibility, and the heavy weight of uncertainty. Savannah had stepped into a parental role for her younger siblings, Grayson and Chloe, while juggling her own personal life. Lindsay had wrestled with her complicated history with her parents, publicly supporting them while privately processing years of pain. Nanny Faye, the ever-hilarious matriarch, had kept spirits lifted but confided more than once that she missed her Julie girl and her golden boy Todd. And then there was Chase. At 28, Chase had already been learning what it meant to step up as a man, building his own real estate ventures, navigating public scrutiny, and standing by his family through their most humbling chapter. But he admitted that nothing could prepare him for the silence of home without his parents' presence. "I would call mom and dad on the phone, and it wasn't the same," he explained. "Hearing their voices was great. But you hang up, and you're left with the reality that they're not at the dinner table. They're not in the living room. They're not there to laugh with us. And for a family like ours, who does everything together, that was the hardest part." The day of the pardon. The Chrisleys learned of the pardon on an ordinary Tuesday afternoon. Savannah was running errands with Chloe when her phone buzzed with the alert. Grayson was at football practice. Chase had been in the middle of a meeting about a new property investment when his phone began to light up with calls. "At first, I thought it was some sick prank," Chase recalled. But then Savannah called, and she was crying, like full-on crying, and said, "Chase, it's real. They're coming home. I don't even remember what happened after that. I know I was crying too. I couldn't stop shaking. All I could think was, the family was reunited at Nanny Faye's house. Cameras weren't there, No film crews, no makeup, no perfect lighting. Just a raw, unfiltered reunion. Julie wrapped her arms around Chloe first, pressing kisses into her hair. Todd clasped Grayson's shoulders with both hands and whispered something only he could hear. Savannah and Lindsay clung to their mother, while Nanny Faye swatted Todd playfully, scolding, "Don't you ever do that to me again, mister?" And Chase? He simply stood there, watching the scene unfold, tears rolling down his face. When Mom finally turned to me, it was like everything I'd been holding in for the past year and a half just broke, he said softly. I hugged her so tight, I probably almost cracked her ribs. And Dad, he whispered, "Son, you held it down. You took care of them." That meant everything. A family changed. Though they are together again, Chase acknowledges that prison has changed his parents. Mom is softer in some ways but stronger in others, he explained. She doesn't waste words anymore. When she speaks, you listen, because you know it comes from a place of deep reflection. Dad is still Dad, funny and quick with his comebacks, but he's also more humbled. He talks about gratitude more than he used to. He's learned what it means to lose everything and still hold on to faith. For Chase, seeing his parents walk through the storm and emerge on the other side has inspired him to think differently about his own life. I don't take family dinners for granted anymore, he said. I don't take Sunday church with the whole family sitting in the pew for granted. I don't take Mom's cooking, Dad's lectures, or even Nanny Faye's fussing for granted. We've seen what it's like when it all gets taken away. I'll never forget that. A public family, a private healing. The Chrisleys have always lived much of their lives in the public eye, but Chase believes that this chapter is one that requires balance. Yes, the cameras will probably follow us again someday, he admitted. But right now, we're focusing on us. We need time to heal as a family. We've all been through trauma, especially the younger kids. So before there's any TV show, any press tour, any spotlight, we're just going to be the Chrisleys in the living room, laughing, praying, and loving each other. Savannah, always outspoken, has echoed similar sentiments, saying that her biggest hope is that the public remembers her parents as people, not headlines. Chase agrees. My parents aren't perfect, he said. None of us are. But they're good people who made mistakes, and they've paid a heavy price. If folks could just sit with them at the dinner table for one night, they'd see the heart of who they are. Looking ahead. As for what's next, Chase has big dreams. But this time, they're all wrapped in family. He and fiancée Emmy Metters have been talking about wedding plans again, this time with the joy of knowing Todd will be there to walk him through tux fittings and Julie will be there to help with planning. Mom's already talking flowers, Chase laughed. She said, "You're not getting married without peonies, Chase." And Dad? He's already trying to write his toast. He said it's going to be the funniest, most God-honoring, most unforgettable toast in history. That's Dad for you. Beyond weddings and business ventures, Chase says the family wants to focus on giving back. We've been through so much, and we know how hard it is to feel hopeless, he shared. If we can help even one family going through something similar, we want to do that. That's our mission now. Full circle. As Chase reflects on the journey from despair to reunion, his voice steadies with gratitude. This whole experience taught me that family is everything, he said. Money, fame, success, they all fade. But family? Family is forever. To have Mom and Dad back, to see Chloe smile again, to hear Grayson joke around, to see Savannah not carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders, that's priceless. That's grace. That's God.